Hi, we're going to do a Hatha yoga practice. So you can either sit on a chair with your feet flat to the floor, or you can join me coming down on your mat. We're going to start by doing some breathing just to quiet our minds and our bodies, and we're going to do the Ujjayi breath, the victorious breath. So we're just going to focus on creating a soft sound in the back of the throat, just pretending like you're fogging up a window or a mirror with your mouth closed. So just sitting tall, lifting your ribs out of the waist and drawing your shoulders back and softening your shoulders down your back, and hands either on the legs or in your lap, and either softly closing your eyes or just looking softly to a focal point. We're going to start with cleansing breath. So I want you to take an inhale in through your nose and just sigh out as you exhale. We're releasing tensions. Take an inhale in and just sighing out. And let's do one more. Take a deep inhale in and just sighing out all the tensions from the day. Now our victorious breath. I want you to take a deep inhale in through your nose. And you're going to exhale out through your nose as you whisper the word ah softly in the back of the throat, creating a soft sound. And if possible, you're going to create that same sound on your inhales. And being aware that you're only breathing with your nose if possible, and that you're not clenching your teeth, keeping the jaw relaxed. And just really breathing deep, filling the corners of your lungs with your inhales, and just feeling all that air slowly emptying from your body as you exhale. And we stay sitting tall, ribs drawn up out of the waist. And then as you listen to that breath, if you like, you can set an intention either for your practice or for the day. And then do one more full deep breath. Really fill your lungs with your inhale, long, slow exhales. And when you finish that breath, if you had your eyes closed, I want you to slowly open them. And then we're going to get ready. We're going to come up onto our feet. And when you come up, I want you to do a few stretches, just work some kinks out. And we're going to start with what is called Sun Salutation 8. And we're going to do this 3 times, just moving with our breath and just being aware of your body, and just do what is comfortable for your body. So we are going to start by standing tall. Looking straight ahead, shoulders drawn back. Again, they slide down your back. Weight is centering your feet, being aware not to lock your knees. And come back to that breath. And make sure that you're breathing down in the lower lobes, just not into your chest. In Sun Salutation A, as you inhale, we're going to bring the arms up if you can, lifting their head. Exhale, we're going to hinge, folding forward, hands to the legs or the floor. Your inhale, we're going to look out to create length. Exhale, fingers in line with your toes. We're going to step back into a plank, and if possible, you're going to lower halfway down, elbow and shoulder in alignment, or all the way. Pushing forward, come the tops of your feet and ankles as you lift the chest, shoulders back, up dog. Exhale, coming to your toes into that down dog. And we're going to hold here, we're going to breathe 5 full deep breaths. Now let your head hang, look to those toes. Gently press your heels a little closer towards the earth. And be aware not to pinch your shoulders in, but soften across that upper back. And your breath stays smooth and rhythmic, and your toes are the only thing you see. Breath is the only thing you hear. And feel as that weight is centered throughout your hands and feet, just feeling the texture of your mat, living in this moment right here. And we're going to do one more breath. And then your following inhale, we're going to step back to the top of your mat. We're going to look out for a half lift. Exhale, folding forward, looking towards that navel. Inhale, press down through those toes, knees soft as you bring your body up. Extend the arms, look to your thumbs. And exhale, come back to standing tall, creating that plumb line. Moving with that breath, the inhale brings your arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, look straight out. Exhale, stepping back, drawing that belly up as you lower halfway, or again, you can choose to lower all the way. Pushing forward if you can, lift the chest, shoulders back and down, lifting the chin. Exhale, coming to your toes to lift your hips, down dog. Again, looking to your toes, just soften and relax where you may be holding tightness. Keep coming back to that breath, using that breath to quiet your mind, to stop the chattering. And as you look to that focal point, just taking time to listen to what your heart may be telling you at this moment, and addressing what may arise, and just letting it flow out with your breath. And we're going to do one more full breath. And your inhale is going to step you back to the top of your mat to look out to create length. Your exhale is folding you forward. You should feel that weight moving towards your toes. Now pressing through your toes, inhale, coming up, knees staying soft. Again, if you can, lift your head. Exhale, come to standing tall. Last sun salutation, we're going to inhale those arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. And with your inhale, look straight out, really lengthening. Exhale, again, stepping back to that plank, shoulder and wrist in alignment. Exhale, lowers you halfway, elbows in. Inhale, lifting the chest, firm through your thighs. Exhale, coming back to your toes to lift your hips. And softening across that upper back, gently pressing those heels a little bit closer towards the earth. And breath is staying smooth and rhythmic. And jaw is staying soft. And just feeling your breath, being aware of each in-breath and being aware of each out-breath, how they affect the body as you hold the pose. And do one more full breath. And then your following inhale is going to bring you back to the top of your mat to look out to create length. As you exhale, fold forward, press down through your toes. Keep pressing through your feet as you inhale, coming up, extend the arms, look to your thumbs. Then exhale, come to standing tall in mountain pose. So now that we've completed sun salutation A, we're going to come into a standing full head to knee. So I want you to bring your feet hip width apart and just be aware, don't lock your knees, hyperextend your joints, keep softness in your joints. Again, we're going to hinge at our hip. So just stand tall, look straight ahead. Take a breath, just inhale and exhale. And then take an inhale. On your exhale, I want you to hinge at your hip. And then just let the hands slide down the legs. And let your head dangle. Full breaths. Now the hands can be to the legs, they can be to the floor. You can choose a ragdoll. Again, what is comfortable for you here. Feel as that weight moves from your heels towards your toes. Breathe full deep breaths, moving that breath towards your lower back. Expand the rib cage. And just feel as the back of your body opens here in this pose, you're calming your brain. So listen to the rhythm of your breathing. And do one more full breath. And then as you inhale, I want you to look out to the horizon. Now we're going to come into one leg in the air, and you may want to put your hands on a block if you have a block. But we're going to step back with our right foot. And having a little bend in that left knee, we're going to lift that back leg, that right foot up as you straighten through your front leg. You're going to drop the chest to the thigh, the forehead towards the shin. And that back leg's going to keep lifting towards the ceiling. Full breaths. Fingertips can stay to the floor or block. One hand can wrap around your ankle, or both hands are going to wrap around that ankle. But remember, this is your practice. Do what's comfortable. We're not competing with anything in the mind. Our back leg may lift a little bit higher as you breathe. Tune in. What are you feeling happening throughout your body here in this pose on this side? And then as you exhale, just lowering your back foot down. And then just step it back to the top of your mat. Now press down through that big toe on your right foot. Bring your left foot back. And with a bend in that right knee, start to straighten through that leg as you lift your back leg. Dropping the chest towards the thigh, forehead to the shin. Leg lifts towards the ceiling. Full deep breaths. And know that your leg just may be straight out from your hip, but you're just working with your body as those toes lift up. Again, fingers stay to the floor. Hand or hands can wrap around that ankle. Breath is staying smooth and rhythmic, pressing down through that big toe on that standing foot. And then as you exhale, just lowering that foot down. And again, stepping your feet to the top of your mat. And just looking out, create some length. Now exhale, bring your body up to standing. Extend those arms out and up. Bring those arms above your head, palms together. And exhale, pull those hands down in front of your chest. We're going to step to the right. We're going to start with a wide-legged pose. So hands to your hips. On your inhale, looking straight out. Exhale, hinging, folding forward. Hands come flat to the floor. You can let your head hang. Move that weight from your heels towards your toes. Sit bones lifting. Bend those knees if you feel too much of a stretch. Be aware shoulders don't drop to the ears, they slide down your back. And jaw stay soft. And we're going to do one more breath. And as you inhale, look out to the horizon. And exhale your hands up to your hips. And then slowly as you inhale, bring your body up. Now side angle pose, turn your right foot 90. We're going to bend that right knee. Forearm gently rests to the thigh. And extend that arm up or sweep it out and up. If you can, look towards the ceiling. Maybe you can even glance up to the palm of your hand, but just don't pull your head back. Or look out to the side wall. Full breaths. Really reach those fingers away from your back foot. See if your back foot will slide a little bit farther away from you. Lower that tailbone a little closer towards the earth. Nice long straight line as you feel you open through that left side. And jaw staying soft. Now with your inhale, bring your body up. And straightening your right foot, turn your left foot 90, straight line from your heel to back arch. Stack that front knee over your heel, line it with your second toe. Forearm to the thigh or hand to the floor or a block. We're going to bring that right arm up over the ear. And jaw stay soft and shoulders relaxed. Find that drishti, that focal point, and tune into your body. Use that breath to quiet your mind so you're able to listen to what your body is telling you. Then as you inhale, we're going to bring the body up. And then straighten your feet. Just step your feet in so they're just hip width. And we're going to come into a half moon pose. And you may want to use a block, or maybe you have a chair that you want to hold on to. But we're going to turn our right foot 90, and we're going to bend our right knee to lower our right hand about 6 inches in line with our toe. And again, your hand can be on a block. And pressing that hand and foot down, and be aware, we like to want to turn that foot, but keep it a full 90 degrees. Pressing down through that hand and foot. Straighten through that front leg as you lift your back leg. Look out to that side wall. Bring that arm straight up out of the shoulder. Now stretch through your spine. Create length through your body. Feel your standing foot, the big toe, little toe on the outside of your heel as it presses to the earth. Breath is staying smooth and rhythmic. And we're going to do one more breath. And with your exhale, we're going to release. And we're going to slowly come up. I'm feeling a little wobbly today. Now, straightening that right foot, turn your left foot 90, bend that knee. Left hand's going to come in line with your toes as we press down through that left hand and foot, lifting that back leg and open your chest to that side wall. Bringing that arm up, full deep breaths. And we're going to make sure that we keep that left foot 90 degrees. And jaw stays soft and relaxed. Breath is smooth and rhythmic. And as you exhale, we're going to release. And then just slowly bring yourself up and just stepping your feet together. And then come back to the top of your mat. We're going to come in an intense side stretch. So we're going to step our left foot back. Now again, your feet are just about 3.5, 4 feet apart. Heel to heel alignment. Your hips should be square to your front legs. So don't let your back hip pull out to the side. We're going to curl the arms behind the back, or maybe reverse prayer with those hands if it's possible. Pressing through that back heel on your inhale, we're going to lift the chest up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. And be aware again that you don't shift your hips out. Draw your front hip back, shifting it back. Now let your head hang, look to your back foot. And breathe. Then don't let your shoulders just drop to your ears. They slide down your back. Now as you look to your back foot, feel that you are active through your legs. They actually should be the only active muscles here in this pose. Your upper body should be soft and relaxed. And feel what's happening here on the right side of your body. And know that you can modify bringing your fingertips or hands down to the floor if you like. And do one more breath. And then holding your arms where you have them as you inhale, just slowly bring your body up. And then step back to the top of your mat so your feet come together. Now opposite side, we're going to bring our right foot back, toes, they point towards the top of the mat. Now again, press through that back heel, engage through your legs, and inhale, lift your chest to look up. Now hinge and just fold forward, keep that length in your spine. And let your head hang and look to those back toes. Soften the shoulders down your back. Now start to be aware of how the pose is affecting this side of your body. Keeping that breath smooth and rhythmic. Remember that breath is smooth and deep. And you're going to use your next inhale to slowly come up. And then release your hands, stepping to the top of your mat. We're going to do a one-legged standing pose. So balancing, hands to your hips, or if you have a chair close by, you can always lightly put fingertips to that chair. And be aware, people, that you're not leaning or pulling back, but we're going to lift that right knee. Now you can keep the knee bent. You can maybe take the first two fingers of your right hand around the large toe and bend that toe to create a hook with your knee bent. Or slowly work that leg out. If possible, we extend that leg. You can look out to a focal point. We're not dropping the head down. Shoulders are soft. Remember, those hands can stay to your hips with that knee bent. You should feel your hips staying level. And again, we're not leaning or pulling back with that upper body. And do one more breath. Your exhale, we're going to release. Now spread those toes if you can. Press down through that big toe on your right foot. And as you inhale, bring that left knee up. And the jaw stays soft. Again, melt those shoulders down your back. Really feel your rib cage expanding the lungs. Breathing deep into the lower lobes. And again, you can always maybe play with wrapping the fingers of your left hand around that big toe. And then with your exhale, we're going to release. Now we're going to bring our feet hip width apart. And we're going to bend our knees to lower our tailbone towards the earth. And if your feet heels lift up a lot, you may want to maybe roll your mat underneath them, or if you have a blanket or something to stick underneath them. But coming down, we're going to bring our hands in prayer, and we're going to bring those arms on the inside of our legs. And we're going to gently press our arms into our legs as we gently press our legs into our arms. And be aware not to round your back and to pull down, but really create some length. So when I create length, my elbows are actually more on the inside of my knees. My tailbone draws towards the earth. Shoulders are soft down the back. And just feeling as you open through that lower back, through the back of your hips. You may feel this in your inner thighs. Again, tune in. What is happening here in your body at this moment? What is your breath telling you? Is it still smooth and deep? Maybe you need to release out and come to sitting. Do one more breath. And then I want you to slowly come down to sitting. And just come to sitting with your feet on the floor. We're going to come into a boat pose. And being aware of your boat pose, again, we're not pulling the lower back down. Know that you can modify coming on your forearms, elbow is right in line with the shoulders. But if you can, sitting, and you can bring those hands behind your knees if you like, with your knees bent, or extend those legs, or if possible, we extend the arms, but we're not rounding and caving the chest. You're going to look to those toes, full deep breaths. Now again, there's nothing wrong with modifying, having those knees be bent, legs parallel with your arms. There's nothing wrong with bringing those hands behind your knees. Just tune in. What is happening here? Jaw staying soft. Then as you exhale, we're going to release. Coming into a half Lord of the Fishes, a spinal twist. We're going to bring our right foot on the outside of that left leg and press down through your big toe. So again, if that foot wants to lift up, maybe bring your foot on the inside of your leg. Left leg straight out, or it comes in a half lotus, but your knee should point straight out in front of you, not off to the side. I'm just going to keep my left leg straight out. I'm going to press down through that right foot as I take my left arm to hug my right inner thigh into my left ribs as I turn to the right. And I'm going to wrap my right arm behind my back, but you can always leave that hand lightly to your mat. Now turn your head if you can, full deep breaths. So as you create a nice twist moving up your spine, you may feel that you're opening and lengthening through the back of that right hip. Breath stays smooth and rhythmic. And then as you inhale, come to center, and we're going to release. Now we're going to bring that left foot onto the outside of that right leg, and again press down through that big toe. Right leg can be straight or half lotus. Half lotus, just really make sure that your sit bones are grounding you, that you're not wanting to lift that one cheek off the floor. Now we're going to turn to the left, so take that right arm to the outside of that leg and really hug that left inner thigh into your ribs as you gently rotate. Soften through those shoulders. Jaw is smooth, or the breath is smooth, the jaw is relaxed. Remember that arm can wrap around that lower back. You should feel that your right toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Do one more breath. And you're going to use your inhales to come to center, and we're going to release on that exhale. Now we're going to come into a seated angle pose, so I want you to bring your legs as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider if that's comfortable. Toes point up. Now fingers will wrap around the large toes, but if that causes you to have to bend your knees, I want you to release and just bring your hands to your legs. Or if you have a really long strap, you can place it in the bottoms of your feet and hold that strap. Because we're going to sit tall, we're going to take an inhale. Fingers around the toes, you're going to lift the elbows, and as you exhale, you're going to hinge at the hip, shoulders down your back. Elbows lift out and up. Again, we're not pulling the knees up. There's nothing wrong with bringing your hands to your legs. Just breathe. Again, be nice to yourself. We're not competing with anything in the head. And just let your breath slowly carry you a little deeper. Chest may draw a little bit closer towards the floor. And release that tension throughout your face, throughout your shoulders, throughout your neck. And feel as you open through that lower body, those hamstrings, those glutes, front of your thighs. And your inhale is going to bring you up. Coming down to our back, we're going to come into a happy baby pose. So coming down onto your back, bend your knees to your chest, and then straightening those lower legs so the bottoms of your feet face right up to the ceiling. Now you can hold those lower legs. If possible, the first two fingers of your hand are going to wrap around the large toes. And then bringing your legs wide, we're going to draw our knees down towards our armpits. Just be aware that you're not curling and holding your lower back off the mat. Now full deep breaths. That breath is going to nourish that pelvic area. Your exhales are going to keep drawing those knees towards the armpit. And we're going to lengthen along the spine, opening through that lower back. Again, breathing deep. Use your exhales to relax and soften your upper back into your mat. Face is staying relaxed. And do one more breath. And then as you exhale, just releasing those legs, drawing your knees to your chest. And then we're going to come into a plow pose. So we're going to bring those legs up. Now, modified plow pose. The hands to those lower legs, just drawing those legs to the chest. But if possible, lift your hips. And again, you can use those hands on the back of your hips. And those toes come over the forehead towards the floor. And they can either rest to a block, or maybe you have a chair that you can put your toes up on. Be aware not to flatten the back of your neck. Keep the natural curve. Be aware, don't turn your head. Keep your neck straight. And if you are able to have your toes on the floor, see if you can bring the tops of your feet down onto the floor. Now again, come back to what your breath is doing. Keep it deep and smooth. Those hands can always rest down onto your mat or lace the fingers, palms together. Again, being aware, what is happening here? Breath, breathe as deeply as you comfortably can. And then as you exhale, you're going to slowly just roll your back to your mat. Now again, we need to open that throat and chest area where all that blood was pooled, so we're going to come into a fish. And you can either extend your legs straight down and lifting up onto those forearms, drop your head back. You can have those legs crossed, easy pose, half lotus, full lotus. You can drop the top of your head down to the floor. Soften through your hips, knees dropping down. And on your exhale, tucking your chin in the chest, we're going to lower to our back. We draw our knees in, hands to those legs, and relax your upper back into your mat. Coming into the abdominal twist, extend those arms out and just let those legs lower to the right. And if you can, look to that left and breathe deep. Relax your upper body into the floor. And then bring your body to center and let the legs lower to the right. And if you can, look to the left. And again, keep those arms down. Be aware you're not creating space. There's no air between the shoulder and the floor. And then bring your body to center, hands to the legs, and you can choose to lay still, or maybe just rock side to side to massage that back. And then coming to center, we're going to get ready for corpse pose. And feel free to put socks, sweatshirts on, or maybe you have a blanket that you can throw over you. But we're going to bring those legs down. And I want you to take a second just to press through those heels, and then just let the legs and the feet relax away from each other. Arms are going to come away from the body to your comfort, and if you can, you're going to turn the hands so the back of your hands are to the floor, palms up, and then slide those shoulders down away from your ears. Softly close your eyes, take an inhale in, and sigh out tensions you're still holding, and take an inhale in, and sighing out, and take an inhale in, and just sighing out. And just feeling as your body settles down into the earth. And then let your body breathe itself, natural, normal breaths. And then here as your breath starts to become relaxed, and let your thoughts float across your mind. And relax throughout your toes. And move that relaxation down through the bottoms of your feet. relax the calf muscles. Relax the hamstrings. And relax throughout the front of your thighs. And relax the back of the hips. And relax through your lower back. And relax through the center of your back. And relax throughout your upper back. And relax through the upper arms. And relax through the forearms. And relax through the wrists and the fingers. And relax the inside of your stomach. Let go of knots that you're holding. And relax throughout your chest. And relax throughout your neck. And soften the scalp. And relax the forehead. And relax the eyes. And relax the jaw. And just let everything go. Just feel as your body melts into your mat. And then wiggle your fingers and toes to slowly awaken your body. And as you inhale, sweep your arms up alongside your head and really reach to give yourself a nice big stretch. And then exhale, bring your arms down alongside the body. Hug your knees into your chest. With your eyes closed, gently rock your body from side to side. And then just let your body fall to one side or the other. And just lay in a comfortable fetal position. And let your body relax into your mat. And then use your hands and walk yourself up to sitting. And when you come up to sitting, just still being aware of your body, sit nice and tall. And take a cleansing breath. Just take an inhale and sigh out tensions you're still holding. And life is not a problem to be solved. It is an adventure to be lived. And I end with Namaste.